What's up, everybody? It's me, Elliot. I'm back and I moved into a new place and I'm super excited because Sony just revealed the price points and release date for PlayStation 5. Let's talk about it. Okay, guys, so here we are. Last week I didn't get a chance to make a video because I've been in the middle of moving, as you can tell. It's a different environment. It's still a little bit barren. I've got some funky, weird, over here, flower couches that I don't plan on holding on to. But hey, that's just the situation we're in. Finally, we have something about Sony and the PlayStation 5. Specifically the release date and the price point. So let's talk about that real quickly. So going back to when Sony first announced the PlayStation 5 a few months ago, we started wondering, okay, well, when is this thing coming out? We knew it was going to be the end of the year, but the price was something that we were all sort of sitting on pins and needles about because it sounded like everything that the system was going to be able to do in terms of graphic generating was going to be like, oh my gosh, crazy expensive. But then Microsoft talked about their Series X and their price point, as well as the Series S, which they just talked about last week, and priced respectively at $499 for the Series X and $299 for the Series S. So now the bar has been set, and we're kind of saying, okay, well, this is about the price range that we think Sony is going to have to stay in order to be competitive. So good on them. Sony waited about a week, and so here we are today, and we're looking at Sony's price points, and they're exactly what a lot of us thought it was going to be. $499 for the disc unit and $399 for the disc-less version. So let's talk about really quickly the difference between the disc and the disc-less. There really isn't any, except for the fact that there is no disc drive in the main unit. Now, people already knew that, but what kind of a price difference that was going to make was kind of up to question. So the fact that they discounted it $100 and you still basically get everything else that the PlayStation 5 has to offer is pretty awesome if you don't care about having a disc at all. I think a lot of people, though, are going to probably go for the $499 version with the disc drive. That's going to be me because, one, I don't like not having the option to use physical copies, even though a lot of times I go digital now. And then two, I can get rid of my 4K Blu-ray DVD drive, or I can at least move it to another room, and that's just one less piece of equipment I have to have for my entertainment center. And that's just me. Now let's take a look at what Microsoft has done. They've also done a discless version of their system with the Series S. However, they've also downgraded a few of the options that you would normally get with the Series X. Namely, it is the amount of RAM in the graphics card. The GPU is different. With all technicalities aside, all that means is that you can't run the games at the highest resolution possible right now. You can't run games at 4K. Let me rephrase that. 8K is the highest resolution possible, but Xbox Series X can run native 4K. The Series S can only run up to 1440p, or essentially 2K. So essentially, in stripping down some of those features, as well as knocking down their hard drive from a terabyte down to 512 gigabytes, they've been able to save enough cost to be able to offer their unit at $299. It's a really, really good price point. I think a lot of people, especially kids or people that don't have a high income or aren't particularly into PC gaming, are really going to be eyeballing that Xbox Series S as a great route to go. I think that's going to be a good selling unit. Where the real competition comes now, and the real question is, okay, for those who are like top tier gamers or want the best of the best, what are they going to be looking at here? When you put these consoles side to side, there isn't a huge difference in between of them. People can talk about how many teraflops they have. Technically, the Xbox Series X, I believe, is more powerful, but really, I think what it's going to come down to is the games, which is always what it's about. And that's something that Sony did really, really well today. And leading up to the actual showcase of the price point, they showed off a ton of games within a 40-minute time span, a ton of big games, I should say. Most especially games that stood out to me were Final Fantasy 16, which is awesome because up until like a couple days ago, I had not known that they were going to show it at this particular presentation, but I absolutely love it. I'm going to make a whole video series following that game, so
make sure you subscribe if you want to follow me and keep tabs on it.
But also showing games that we've already seen a little bit of like the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. They revealed Harry Potter It's actually technically not Harry Potter. It's called Hogwarts Legacy because it takes place before the Harry Potter books, but it's set in the same world. And it looks really, really good. Like kind of an open world Hogwarts game. That's legit. Also, games like Demon Souls, the remake of that, looks really good. They showed some of the new Abe's Odyssey game. So a lot of games that I think Sony was probably holding on to for this particular event, because recently some of their other events had not really shown anything that I thought was mind-blowing. They've had some kind of lackluster presentations lately. So getting all that hype built up, and then boom, they hit you with the price. $499 for the standard unit, and then $399 for the discless unit. I think that's right within the price point that Sony wants to be. Sony absolutely destroyed Microsoft last console generation in terms of sales. I mean, I think they had almost triple the amount of units sold. So Sony's in a good position, but thankfully what they're not doing is they're not doing what they did in PS3 came out and priced that at $600. I think if we had seen anything more than $500, we had a little bit more pushback, and only maybe the diehards would have gone for it. But $500 is right up there with the Series X, and I think that's where they need to be in order to continue to be successful. So I was really excited to see that presentation. I'm curious what you guys thought. I'm hoping to do more videos here soon as I get settled in, maybe change some of the stuff around, but I just wanted to make sure I got a video out, let you know I'm still alive, let you know I still plan on doing a lot more videos in the future, and I'm excited for this upcoming console generation to see them battle it out. Good competition is always great for gamers. That's a good slogan to live by. So until next time, we'll leave a coin on the cabinet for you. Peace as I hit my microphone.